Well, since the start of the year, our investigative team has been digging into deadly truck crashes, and they continue to uncover loopholes that could put your safety at risk. Just this week, Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy put 3 states on notice: California, Washington State, and New Mexico on notice once again for what he says is a failure to follow federal rules on English proficiency. This comes after a deadly crash in Florida in which federal officials said the driver failed an English proficiency test. But as senior investigative reporter Tanya Iser discovered, there's a big catch. The rule doesn't apply to all trucking companies and their drivers in Texas. Tanya, what have you learned?
Well, Cynthia, we learned that English language proficiency rule does not cover motor carriers that operate only inside Texas. And we obtained an internal DPS email that was sent out a few months ago to commercial vehicle inspectors and inspection units across the state. The subject line of that email, as you can see, reads English language proficiency testing and enforcement policy. That May 20th email from Major Omar Villarreal, and he heads the Texas DPS Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Unit, and it reads, the violation and out-of-service condition will only apply to motor carriers engaged in interstate operations. Trucking experts say that's because state law currently prohibits requiring English proficiency for drivers with an intrastate only driver CDL, meaning they only operate within the state of Texas. Lawmakers carved out that exemption decades ago when companies were struggling to hire drivers for short hauls, which are common in the logging and rock truck industries. Let's take a listen to some of our experts.
It's the inspectors who want to get this problem solved, because they're kind of like me. We all feel kind of a little hypocritical that we led the charge in all this, and then we can't do intrastate.
It would require a legislative change, but it is something that they absolutely can do if they want to do.
Well, we reached out to the Texas Department of Public Safety. The DPS told us that they comply with all federal rules, but they did not respond to my follow-up questions about Villarreal's email or clarify the rules for interstate trucking companies. Meanwhile, data collected by the trucking analytics firm Blue Wire shows that since that federal rule went into effect in late June, more than 3,000 commercial truck drivers nationwide have been pulled off the road for lacking English language proficiency or being unable to read the road signs. In Texas, that number was about 400. Back to you.